do a quick WordPress demo. Just for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to just duplicate this page. Obviously, this is going to be slightly different, like if you're doing this from scratch, but go ahead and show you some of the basic mechanics of WordPress. So you guys, when you log in, will see very similar view of this. This is my own editor profile. We create pages in posts. So just go to posts. I'm gonna set this up as with a new template. If you wanted to, you could like duplicate an existing page. You can hit happy clone, it will just clone it. But I'm gonna do it from scratch. Really, it depends like what's easier for you. You can make that decision as you do it. But let's go ahead and add a new post. The guide I'm going to send you has some information about what to put here. I'll go ahead and add some the data that it requires. So this is how we're going to do it. Put the site ID. Just want to make it nice and neat. The institution, the researcher, and then the study. So just want it nice and neat, and then mark that we're creating the landing page like that. Then make sure you mark the category landing page, and then for tag you just drop in the site ID, which is the BCFS number. So and add that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and save the draft. Once I save it, it will show like a permalink here. It'll just grab whatever's in the title. So what I'm gonna do is go to the end and just delete where it says landing page, and just have this string as like the kind of study identifier. So that's what I want in there. And again, all of this is marked on the WordPress guide. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this. So now that we have like the metadata done, I'm gonna open it up in Editor. I'm sorry, Elementor, and this is gonna be basically just the like builder, right? So this is kind of like when you're in Tilde and creating the design and content, you'll do it here. So I'm going to go ahead and click this folder icon, go to my templates, and you can see there's different sections. These are just templated sections, like components of a page. There's also different, like a page, posts, kind of the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and load a study landing page because that's what we're creating. I'm going to do this 2-button one because if you can see here, this has 2 buttons for like teens and parents. So I'm going to go ahead and insert, the 2-button one here. So let's go ahead and put that in. And once it loads, we'll be ready to start adjusting content. So a few things we need to change. Just go ahead and copy teen mood research study like that. I'm actually going to delete that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here so it doesn't take that, doesn't take the preset like design elements here. So I'll manually change these. So all I'll do is just go to Style, and then on Color I want to change this to black like that. And for Research, I actually don't want this to be bolded, so what I'm going to do is on this element, I'm going to tip typography, edit that. I'm going to make this just normal, and then on teen mood, I'm going to go ahead and just bold that manually. So just a Control B there. Cool. So then let's get this, and this should all be black. Paste that. Oh, sorry, I'm going to do the same thing. Which is put it in here so it doesn't copy that preset styling, because I don't want it to mess up the actual template. So I'll do that, and then teens and know someone who might be interested. So we're going to keep using the apply language instead of like click here to check eligibility. We'll say teens apply here, and then we can copy this one, which is know someone who might be interested. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to know someone who might be interested. And then this has kind of like just an outline. So what I'll do is go to Style, and to change this, I'm going to go ahead and change the color to white. Obviously that kind of deleted it because it's on a white background. Go to the text color, and what was it? is going to be that red color. So let me just grab this red color real quick. Let's see, where is it? It is going to be, 1 second. Just trying to find the actual element with that color. Here it is. So copy that, excuse me, and paste the hex code on the color for the text. And then I actually want to set a border as solid. And let's just do like, let's do 2 pixels, looks good. And then change the color to that red as well. So that should be pretty good. Very similar. Know someone who might be interested? Who may be interested? Okay, let's adjust that. Go back to content. Know someone who may be interested. Cool. Let's drop the logo in. I've already actually got this from the Temple University logo in here. And let's change the size to medium and push to the left. Cool. Okay, and then I want to give the same treatment. So teens, apply here. Parents, invite your child to join. Parents, invite your child to join here. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's check the style. I'm going to put this typography a bit. I'm going to change like the line height. You can see it's pretty tight. That looks a little bit better. Okay, so let's make that even 20. And then I'm going to need to do the same kind of treatment here. So I'm going to change actually the background to white. I'm going to add a border. We set it to 2 pixels. Change the border color to that. Change the text color to that. That's the same hex code. And yeah, there's like a text shadow. I'm going to remove that. Oh, and then there's the hover state. So I'm going to clear everything on the hover state. So just clear that color, hit that button to clear it. That way when you hover, it doesn't really mess around. Cool. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Great. So now we have this section done. Oops, actually I forgot to change the file here. I've already downloaded the file. Actually, you know what, this is an SVG. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna take a screenshot. If you guys were doing this from scratch, you'd be downloading like the actual file itself as a PNG, and that would work for you. But because it's an SVG, I'm just gonna take a screenshot and insert it manually. Okay, so let's do, if I do large, let's do full. Okay. And because I took a screenshot, it's a little bit small. I'm gonna hit the style. I'm sorry, go to advanced, and I'm gonna push it down a bit, like that, and then over a bit as well, just so it's like a little bit more centered in that area. Cool. I think one other thing I'm not really happy with is like this is double. I'm not 100% sure the best way to do it. Let me take a look. I think what I can do is go to advanced and add padding like that. So I actually just want to undo them, and no, I don't want padding. So what I actually want, no, don't want margin either. So let me think. That's what I want. I want padding of the button itself. So for here, let's change this to 30, top, and then bottom 30. And then we're just gonna play around with this till it looks like it's about even. So let's try 35, 35. Let's do 34, 34. Click out of it just so I can see. Perfect. So I'm happy with that. I mean, they're big buttons, but at least they're even. Okay. So I'm gonna back up. Fast facts. This has a little specific color on it. Let's grab that. Go ahead and change the background. Again, I'm selecting like this whole column, which is like what the symbol is. So again, all the stuff on like the colors and things like that is under style. I'm gonna paste that one. And then we also need to go in and then change the text. Looks like all of it's just black. So let's do that. And 00 is black. So let's go ahead and change this to black as well. Change it to black. It's another one. Set to black. Set to black. And then one thing is there's only 4 like notes in this column. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to delete. Actually, I'm going to delete this one. So I just right click on it and hit delete and auto resize. And then let's change this one back to black like that. One of the things is like you can't really see it, but there's like a little separator in between. So if I click on the column and then go back to style and border, you'll see there's like a 1 pixel right border, and then we just want to change that to black too, and you'll see it when I change it. So there it is. And I want to do that across the board. So grab the column, style, border, and then set to black. Same here. Style, border, color, black. And then this one doesn't need it because it's on the end. Cool. Okay, now I want to make this section. Now, if you were designing this on your own, you can do it. Just for the sake of like ease for this, I'm just going to set this background as a color. So let's find that red color again. So inspect, and sometimes under computed. Again, I'm just looking for like that red color. There it is. So let's pop this open. Okay. Not complying. Go back to styles. Here it is. Okay. So set a color here as that. And then one thing, see, it's like it's just here. It's because if you go to advanced, there's like a margin on it. So I'm going to delete the margin across the board to 0, and then I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to padding, and can increase this a bit, so it'll kind of go back to where it was. So set it back to 50, and then this is all white text. So about our research studies, let's change that. About our research studies, change the text to white, and then let's grab, oops, the colors here, or sorry, the text, and replace it, and then make it white here as well. Okay, and then we can also set the image here. I'm going to upload, and I already downloaded this image from the source file, source page. There you go. Cool. Now, you're going to have to do the same thing on this mobile version. If you hit responsive and then hit the mobile, and you'll see you can switch these same things out as well here. So same image, put the background, etc. So the rest of it is self-explanatory. Same elements, you just go in and adjust each individual one, and should be good to go.